welcome back to Grace and Grief. I'm LaSandra. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about health and taking care of yourself after loss. At this point, I'm talking to you about taking care of yourself after 40 because I turned 40. Your girl turned 40 in September. Hello. Yeah, a lot has been going on in my life, guys. It's been a busy season of life. And I need to talk to you about that. Like, this is the time where I feel like I'm at a crossroads in my life where it's like, if you don't sit down somewhere and eat some vegetables and drink some water and take some vitamins and get a green smoothie in your body, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. If you don't exercise and do right, you just can't. This is it. Because and this is like no offense and no shade to my mom, bless her heart, she did the best she could, but we ate out a lot. We had a lot of fast food, you know, we had a lot of ordering pizza, y'all, and we did the best we could, you know, we did the best. She cooked, she's a good cook, but there was just a lot of getting a burger and some fries when I was growing up. I would even look at people, like when I wanted to be inspired about weight loss, I would look at people and I would feel like, you know, I can see that they're an inspiration. They've lost all this weight. They're doing good. But a part of me felt like, well, were you big? Like, do you know what it's like? You know what I'm saying? To like, was you going through the drive-thru ordering one double cheeseburger or two? Because see, it makes a difference. It makes a difference what your story is to me. You know what I mean? And this is where I came from, all right? We were eating French fries on the south side of Chicago out of a brown paper bag with ketchup on it, just shaking the bag out, grease at the bottom. Baby, listen, I like to see people like that have lost weight and are giving health advice that are like me, okay? So like if you grew up like me and like you grew up on bad, you know, unhealthy stuff, and then now you almost 40 trying to be Miss, like, get some green leafy vegetables going, this video is for you. Or maybe you've been super healthy for a long time. I honestly have done pretty well in my adult life, even in college. Like I kind of, even in high school, college, like I started being more like, let me get the salad, let me count my calories, let me get my MyFitnessPal, and I've done okay. So I have some supplements. I'm all about these supplements now. If I don't take this stuff, I'm not gonna be right. And so I wanted to share this with you. I want to be helpful, especially those of you guys that have lost someone. If you are really like fresh in your grief process, I was so worn out when Kenneth first passed away. I've talked about that on this channel. I was in a lot of physical pain for like at least the first 6 months, you know, and my vitamin D was like, I just went through, I was exhausted all the time. And sometimes people on the outside that are not in it, they don't get it. They don't understand that your body feels like a ton of bricks and it is taking every ounce of strength in you to get up out the bed to live a normal day. But grief will do that to you. The research shows that the immune system is compromised in the grief process. So I just admonish you guys to really get some supplements, you know, drink your green smoothies. I'm serious about that. I'm serious. I go to the health food store and get a green smoothie like all the time, like every other day, or I make one at home. And I try to put a bunch of good stuff in it. We need this to keep ourselves healthy, and to keep our energy up. So this is a product that I use. This is the Solaray probiotic. Probiotics are necessary, okay? This one is called Microbiome Probiotic Urgent Care, 100 billion live cultures. And this one needs to be refrigerated, okay? So this is in the refrigerator section of your health food store. Try that out. This is to keep your gut healthy, right? They say that like disease starts in the gut, health starts in the gut. So I'm really trying to be on top of that. This is a new multivitamin. It's also Solaray. This is a good brand that I like. And this one is called High Energy because your girl be tired. I be tired, y'all. It's not funny at all. So I felt like I needed this high energy one. Also, it's hard for me to swallow really big pills, and these pills are not quite as bad. It's in a veg cap. So try that out if that's your thing. Vitamin D plus K2. My good friend told me that when you take vitamin D, you're supposed to also take K2. That those are, I think the K2 helps helps you absorb the vitamin D. So be mindful of that with your vitamin D, especially in the wintertime because we're not getting a lot of sun. So we need the vitamin D. When your vitamin D is low, you feel like you can't go on. You feel so tired. So that's very serious to me. I've also, and I've like done a lot of different B12s, this liquid B12. So I'm not like married to this one or anything, but this is the Spring Valley B12 complex. And then get y'all some Manuka oil. Manuka honey. Okay. This has a whole bunch of health benefits, and I know that recently this one has Manuka honey has kind of blown up and become kind of like faddish, but I was using it. My skin was looking good. Like when I was really getting up, I wasn't even putting it in my tea. I was eating a tablespoon of Manuka honey, and I went somewhere. I had no makeup on, and my friend was like, "Whoa, what? You look good. Like look at your skin." And I was like, "I think it's from this honey." You try it out. Let me know what you think. Your Manuka honey should have 10 plus or more UMF. So be mindful of that when you order it, or if you get it, you see it at the store. Another thing that is very serious and important to me is chiropractic care. When I was 28, I would say it started prior to that, but Kenneth and I had the kids every other year. And by the time I had Noah, who was my third baby, and I can't even get into the birth stories and all this stuff, but he was posterior. And long story short, after I had him, I had trouble walking long distances. I fell off. I had Hallie, not the next year, but the year after. And I had so much pain and inflammation in my body. Turned out I had like a lot of inflammation in the pelvic joints and alignment issues. Fast forward that to 2021, I went on a bike ride for the first time in a long time, and it like flared all that back up. What I end up finding out after being almost 40 years old is that like my femur bones are not in the pelvic socket the right way. This is a birth defect where they're like retroverted, baby. So I was like, oh child. And I mean, this is a whole thing about like grief over health, and like as you age or as you get certain diagnoses, sometimes we grieve the loss of like, okay, I have a health issue, or I have a situation that is keeping me from being able to do all that I want to do. So that is something that made me more, I think, susceptible to the musculoskeletal issues and the alignment issues that I had. And so what I have found to be, I go to physical therapy. I've gone to physical therapy off and on, right, for over 10 years because of this, but I go to the chiropractor, and I don't go all the time. I go off and on, but my chiropractor she's just good. And I started going to her when I was about 28. Of course, there's years where I haven't gone, but she's a sweet lady. And she also we share, grief, because she also lost her son about 6 years ago. And she knew Kenneth, because Kenneth would come in there with me when I first came. And so when he passed away, it was very emotional for her. So she's a great support, but we often talk about grief. And so I wanted to have her on my video this time. So take a look.
Hi there, good morning.
Hi, Dr. Shannon. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
This woman is responsible. She's probably the reason I can still walk today, guys.
Yesterday was the day, the anniversary of finding out that my son had passed, Colvin.
Oh, goodness.
And I just want to say, it's still always it was multiple days ago, or multiple years ago. But it is like every day. You just hold them in your heart and just keep going, one day at a time.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. How many years has it been?
2016. So
okay, not that long ago.
Yeah, his birthday comes up in a couple days here.
Okay.
So
okay.
on the 21st. So you got to just keep having the cake and having the birthday celebrations and just keeping them alive in your heart always.
Absolutely. Thank you. So yeah, that's Dr. Shannon. She keeps me tuned up and going and moving. And what I've learned about health, especially the musculoskeletal issues and the alignment issues I've had, is that you got to do what you can do. You know, this is one thing I want you to take away from this video, and why I'm sharing, why tell us all your business, because I want you to know that I may like look real healthy and normal, but I have things that I'm working through. I have pain issues and inflammation issues and muscle issues and alignment issues and musculoskeletal issues, and I have a birth defect that I am still trying to work out through and be active and be healthy and lose weight and all of the things, because you may also have either health issues or other areas of your life where maybe you feel like you got some extra special challenges. You know, we all feel like I'm a special case, you know, in some way, but I want you to know that I have some challenges too, you know, so let's do what we can with what we have. I think if you live your life like that, where it's like, you know what, maybe I can't go lift a bunch of weights, you know, maybe that will hurt my joints, right? Maybe that's too much, or maybe I have to hold them in a certain way or do certain movements and not do other movements, but doggone it, let me go do what I can do. Don't sit around and, you know, let's not sit around and be pitiful and just be like, oh no, woe is me, I've got some things and I've got some hurdles, and not do anything. And I don't want to do that. And in my life experiences, when I just have done what I could do, God has got in that thing with me and blessed me. So let's do what we can do for our health. I know you're hurting. If you're watching this video because you have lost something, someone, you're going through a hard time in your life, you're devastated, I know you're hurting, but let's hurt and take this vitamin D. Let's hurt and get these multivitamins, because you are going to get through this point. You are going to get over to the other side of this moment, and you want to feel as good as you can, and so you can show up strong for your life. And I want to feel as good as I can so I can show up for my life, you know, and it's worth the fight. You're worth the fight. All right, so much love to you. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let me know if there's certain content you're interested in seeing, and I'll see you next time.